What's going on, boys? This is Nox and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a super quick guide for the Affliction Warlock. This is a short guide intended for players new to the spec or those who have been away from Warlock for 3 to 6 months. We'll cover the talents, covenants, soulbinds, legendaries, stats, and rotations you need to follow in order to jump in and start melting phases Affliction in both Mythic Plus and Rating. Let's get into it. Affliction is a damage over time, or DOT, based range damage dealing spec that uses soul shards as a resource. Soul shards are generated with Affliction from Agony, Unstable Affliction, Drain Soul, and you spend them on Malefic Rapture or Seed of Corruption. Malefic Rapture hits all targets within line of sight and deals damage per dot on the target. The goal of the spec is to maintain your dots and get as many empowered Malefic Raptures as possible. In general, you want to pool shards for when you have as many dots out on as many targets as possible, but be careful not to waste any. For your Covenant choice, unfortunately, it's Night Fae. Night Fae is the best all around, followed by Kyrian, followed by Venthyr, followed by Necrolord. If you're looking for the absolute best, Night Fae seems to be the best in most situations. For Soulbinds, if you're Night Fae, go Naya. If you're Kyrian, go Pelagos. If you're Venthyr, go Theotar. And if you're Necrolord, go Emini. For Potency Conduits, Focus Malignancy is the best all around. It's a flat increase to Malefic Rapture damage on targets affected by Unstable Affliction. Cold Embrace is our second best single target, and Rolling Agony is excellent for Mythic Plus. It allows you to get your dots out and maintain them easier. For your single target talents, we have these. It's Drain Soul, Siphon Life, Burning Rush for the extra mobility, Phantom Singularity, Mortal Coil for the extra heal and CC, Haunt, and Dark Soul. Our best single target legendary is the Relic of Demonic Synergy, linked above. When you deal damage, you have a chance to increase your pet's damage. When your pet deals damage, it has a chance to increase your damage. The best single target pet is going to be the Fell Hunter, especially in Mythic Plus for the interrupts, or the Imp to dispel yourself if interrupts are not needed. Going over the opener here, we want to precast Haunt, precast Unstable Affliction, Agony, Corruption, Siphon Life, Phantom Singularity, your Covenant ability. You pop all your CDs, which is Darkglare, Dark Soul, Trinket, and Racial. You drain Soul to get to 5 stacks of Shadow's Embrace, and you spam Rapture, refresh Haunt, spam Rapture some more, and drain. In general, priorities for single target are keep up dots on the target, cast Haunt on cooldown, Rapture at 5 shards to avoid wasting them, and fill time with Drain Soul until your next Phantom Singularity or Covenant dot window. Your multi-target talents, or just a general Mythic Plus talents, are the ones listed above. We got Drain Soul, Absolute Corruption, Burning Rush, or Demon Skin if you want a passive, Vile Taint, Mortal Coil, Dark Caller, and Dark Soul. The multi-target legendaries are Perpetual Agony of Azakir, or Relic of Demonic Synergy. Your multi-target pet is either the Fell Hunter for the same reason, or the Imp. For the opener, you want to precast Unstable Affliction, Agony, and Corruption on all targets that will live long enough. So the small adds in Mythic Plus that die instantly, you don't need to worry about those. Vile Taint, your Covenant ability, your CDs, which are Darkglare, Dark Soul, Racial, and Trinket, and spam Rapture. Priorities are keep up dots on any targets that will live, Rapture to avoid capping shards, and Drain Soul low HP targets to get shards back. In general, the stat priority for Affliction is Intellect, Mastery, then Haste, then Crit, then Versatility. If you want specific stat weights, you should sim your character using Simulation Craft add-on and raidbots.com. I actually have a video that I showed you guys how to sim your character if you're interested. Link to that will be in the description below. What's going on, guys? This is Future Nox here. I'm in the editing process. That's why I have different clothes on than in the previous section of the video. Also, I'm sorry for my voice. I must have been sick or something, but this is just like the final tips and tricks that I was thinking that I would throw in for Affliction, and for whatever reason, the audio quality turned to shit. So here we are. The first one is make sure you're using your cooldowns on trash, especially in Mythic Plus. There's no reason to save them for like just indefinitely. You can get multiple uses out of your cooldowns throughout the course of a dungeon, and you will see your damage overall go up, and you'll be able to +2 your keys easier, and maybe even +3 your keys easier if you're just doing more damage on everything. There's plenty of scary trash packs even on tyrannical weeks definitely use your cooldowns on trash, and then just make sure that you're sort of timing it. You're like, okay, cool, you know, we have 1 or 2 packs before the boss, maybe I'll hold my cooldowns here and then I'll make sure I'll have it for the boss. That's an example, and that sort of segues into the next thing. So you should macro all of your cooldowns together, at least in my opinion. So what I have here is I have my general Darkglare macro for Affliction. So I'm actually going to have this in the description below, but if you guys copy this down line for line, this will work great for you guys. I will say if you are playing a troll, then you need to swap out Blood Fury, this Blood Fury line here, for Berserking, and then it'll work great. Basically all it does is you press one button and it will pop all of these things at the same time. The /use 13 and /use 14 are your trinkets. So I have the Imperial Ordnance here, or if you wanted to, you know, the Quantum Device, and then I have my use 14, which is my Dreadfire Vessel. It won't use one. I mean, obviously there is an internal cooldown. So if I pop this trinket, this bottom Dreadfire Vessel, it'll put this one on a 20-second cooldown before I can use this one again. The reason why I have the Quantum Device bound is because it gives me a mastery increase or a haste increase. And I want to pair that with when I'm dumping all my raptures in my opener. So when I said earlier in the video, pop all your cooldowns, which is Darkglare, Dark Soul, Racial, Trinket, etc. That's when you want to use them all together. I have one button for it, so I'm not going around pressing these individually. As far as like a new player goes, or as far as just someone just looking to be as efficient without having to really think about it, that's a great way to go, is just press all your buttons at once. So I have this macro bound right here on my number key 9 on my mouse. I press it, it summons my Darkglare. I have Blood Fury, I have my Quantum Device, and I have Dark Soul all at the same time. So that's what you want to be doing. You don't want to be spreading your cooldowns out. You want to be binding them together. This is a tip that I include for every single class as like a general rule. There's very few examples that I can think of off the top of my head where you don't want to use all your DPS cooldowns together. But yeah, so definitely bind them together. This will make your life much easier. You'll probably see yourself doing more damage if you, versus, you know, going around and pressing all the buttons individually. And then finally is just watching yourself play. That's like the final tip and trick, is either record yourself or stream or do something so you can see yourself play. Go over your logs and see what you're doing and see where you're messing up. Like even on the video in the previous footage, I noticed there was a situation several times where I was capping soul shards. That's not something that I should be doing at all. You never want to cap soul shards. If you're at 5 shards, you're doing it wrong. Press that Malefic Rapture to dump at least one and then go about spreading your dots again. That one use of Rapture, even though it's not going to hit all the targets, is still going to provide more damage than if you were to like waste a shard while you're getting all of your setup out. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, please click like down below. It helps me out quite a bit. Also remember to subscribe to see more videos like this. And as a reminder, I do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday on Twitch. Link to that will be in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.